Peace, love, knowledge, and freedom, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Just Seen podcast. As you see from the title, today we're going to be talking about gratitude. Gratitude. Gratitude is a very, very important thing to have. Something that I've learned over the years. Most of the abundance that I've received, most of just everything is because I'm grateful for shit. You feel me? And most of the times in which I lacked or I lost out on things was because I wasn't grateful, right? But what is it to be grateful? You feel me? As you see from the title, it's the latitude of life. You feel me? It's what your latitude is, the directions which you can, the heights you can reach, basically. You feel me? Altitude or whatever the case may be. But when we look at gratitude, what does it mean to be grateful? A lot of people feel like, you should be grateful for everything. Mm-mm. Not the case. Not the case. Because now, when we actually look at the definition and the meaning of the word gratitude, it's going to put it into a whole different context to give us a whole different conversation to, of course, show us a deeper connection of what it is to be to be grateful, to have gratitude, and to intentionally be grateful. Right? People, when we think about grateful, we first let me define it before I dive heavy into it, because I'm not diving yet, but feel me? Gratitude, right? Gratitude is the act of being thankful. Let me just say that right now. It's the act of being thankful or the act of thankfulness, right? When we look at thankfulness, right, the definition of thankfulness is to be conscious of a benefit that has been received. You dig what I'm saying? It is to be conscious of a benefit that has been received. This is important because that definition alone nullifies the whole premise of it's the thought that counts. Did that thought lead to a benefit that I am supposed to be conscious of? Did that thought lead to me receiving a benefit that I am conscious of? Sometimes we show gratitude for shit that is to our detriment. Sometimes we show gratitude towards things that are to our benefit. So now when we are grateful, now again, this ties back in the shit that I be saying all the motherfucking time. The universe doesn't give a fuck whether or not you know what the fuck you're talking about or not when you talk about what you talk about. It assumes you do. So it manifests accordingly. So you can be grateful for things that are serving you no benefit, and you wonder why you cannot grow and move, why shit is still remaining the same, because you are grateful for things that are not of your benefit. So gratitude, as we said, is the act of thankfulness. Thankfulness, we understand, is to be conscious of a benefit being received, a benefit that you have received, right? How many times have you been grateful for shit that was not of benefit to you, but it was a thought that counted? So this conversation on gratitude is going to be different. It's going to be different because I'm not going to be one to say, be grateful for everything, be grateful for all of these things. Yes, true. Have gratitude, be grateful for the things that benefit you, because that's what you're supposed to be grateful for. To be grateful for the things that are to your detriment and to your demise, you are telling the world, you are telling the universe, Allah, God, Jehovah, Krishna, Buddha, that you are thankful. That you're telling the universe and all of these beings, whatever it is that you operate under, that what you're what is really the detriment for you right now is a benefit to you. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're grateful for it. You get that sweater you can't wear. You feel me? Oh, I'm so grateful for this shit. I'm expressing gratitude towards it. I'm thankful for this shirt and it doesn't benefit me. I'm thankful for this opportunity that doesn't benefit me. You feel me? To remember, that's definitions. Y'all know I love fucking words, man. That's why it's so deep to go down the rabbit hole, because to know that gratitude means the act of being thankful, and thankfulness, or the act of thankfulness, and thankfulness is a conscious benefit being received, being conscious of a benefit received, right? That's powerful, because all of our lives, you know how much we have been grateful for shit that was to our detriment. And because we were grateful for some shit to our detriment, more detrimental shit kept happening, but we didn't know because quote unquote it's the thought that counted. It's deep. But before we dive heavy into that rabbit hole, be sure to follow me on Instagram at _just_seen_. Be sure to check out my website at iamjustseen.com to get all things that are just seen. To all those who tip, donate, and sponsor the podcast, you are greatly appreciated. To all those who would like to tip, donate, and sponsor the podcast, you can do so by clicking the link in the description of your podcast. Not this episode, but the podcast itself. Cash App and PayPal are just fine. But before we end, just a quick reminder that April 14th, well, so I guess April 13th at midnight. I'm going to get the shit right one day by the time the episodes are aligned with that. April 13th, midnight. So I guess April 14th, 12:01, whatever. Up until that point, I will be discounting all of my courses for $32. In ode to my 32nd birthday, I'm giving 320 seats at $32 even. After that, it's done. Whether the seats fill first or whether the seats fill first or whether the code expires. But then after that, everything goes back up. So this is both Mastering the Market and this is the Hitting the Raw program, all open for $32. So act now before price goes back up and then y'all be mad at me and shit. And then y'all ain't grateful. And y'all ain't showing me gratitude. But anyway, as always, that's that for this and that's this for that. So we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to dive into gratitude, the latitude for life. And don't forget to visit iamjustseen.com. There, you can get all things Just Seen. You want to add the So For Real series to your library? Visit iamjustseen.com. You want to learn how to master the markets for serious trading and investing? Visit iamjustseen.com. You want to get your hands on some exclusive merch like tees, hoodies, coffee mugs, hats, bags? Visit iamjustseen.com. Are you thinking about transitioning into the plant-based lifestyle? Visit iamjustseen.com. You ever want to just chat with Seen about anything from simple advice to mentorship? Visit iamjustseen.com. Anything and everything that is me, you can find at iamjustseen.com. So take a quick peek into my world to see why being just seen is nothing less but always more. Because you never really know what you need until you see it, and you will never see it unless you visit iamjustseen.com. All right. So welcome back. And yeah, without further ado, we're going to dive straight heavy into this motherfucker because gratitude is something that is when we think about manifestations, when we think about blessings, everybody says be grateful for some shit. Everybody says, express some gratitude and you'll get a long way. And I know a lot of people will be on some shit like, yo, I'm expressing gratitude, but don't nothing come out. I'm thankful for the shit that hit my life. I'm thankful. I'm thankful to be alive. I'm thankful. But are you conscious of the benefit that you just received? You feel me? This is something y'all know I grew up in a religious background. Certain shit I don't do away with. Certain shit I did, but certain shit principally made sense. I'll always wake up in the morning, pray and say, thank you for the day. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. Now I've reached the point when I wake up, I meditate. But when I meditate, I go into a certain space where I'm convening and, giving my thanks. But as I began to understand the word and shit, it was like I would tell myself that I was thankful for shit I wasn't supposed to be thankful for. I was thankful for shit that wasn't benefiting me. And never really put two and two together because it's that's the power of words. When I tell people, if you know the true definition of something, you can use that word the right way. And then when you know how it's used, certain shit just can't be used against you and you start to pay attention to certain shit. So being so thankful, I was always thankful for everything. I'm thankful for this opportunity. And I would be thankful for shit that was quote unquote blessings in disguise. Or I would be thankful for some shit that would be a detriment to me. You feel me? And I would acknowledge you. I thank you for this experience. I'm grateful for this experience or whatever the case may be. And it showed me a reality of life that low key, a lot of the shit that I developed that I, got good at, I could have been thankful for it from a beneficial perspective. But I was thankful for the detriment that it gave me because it led to me. That taught me, that programmed me to live a life that I had to be thankful and grateful and show gratitude towards things that were detrimental to me. You know how problematic that is? as a person, as a human, when we start to, because when we don't have detrimental shit in our lives, we don't really become thankful for it. You know, one of the biggest aspects that really ties into that is us as the black community and shit. We always talk about struggle. You feel me? Not all of us, but it's like, yo, I got it out the mud. I got this and the third. So we set a standard that if ain't nobody else get it out the mud, they don't really count. Black people ain't black if they don't struggle a certain way and shit. Like, no, it's like some of us should be thankful for the benefits that we were given. And then you have the underhanded slaps. Like I said, I had a girlfriend who wanted hood love, never been to the hood, from the affluent suburban name. I'm like, what are you thankful for? You should be thankful that you didn't grow up in this shit because there was a benefit for you. You feel me? But so many people throw around being thankful and being grateful and having gratitude is, you know, a all around thing. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Gratitude is about thankfulness. Thankfulness is being conscious of a benefit that you received. Hear me well. You do not have to be thankful for anything that is detrimental to you. How many of us are programmed to be thankful for detrimental shit? And do you know where it starts? Come closer. It's a slave's mentality to be thankful for what's your detriment. The shit that is detrimental to us that we are thankful for is a slave's mentality mixed with a little bit of Stockholm syndrome. When you can get so enthralled into something that it's destroying you, but you're thankful for it, you have a problem mentally. You have a very, 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 very deep rooted problem mentally. In our culture, our community, we are rooted in that. A lot of people are thankful for the things that have led to their detriment. And they continue to be thankful for the shit that is causing their detriment. And they're thanking their deities. They're thanking whoever, the universe, and they're sending those reverberations out as being thankful for the shit that causes them problems. And they wonder why they have so many problems. I had to come to terms with this myself a couple years ago where I was like, yo, I'm thankful for the losses. I stopped being thankful for losses. Yes, I always say a loss ain't a loss, it's a lesson. You feel me? Yeah, you can learn from a loss. I am not, but I've learned not to be thankful for the loss because I started to realize now this is just me. I'm real attuned on reverberations. I'm real attuned on the shit that happens in my life. I'm very self aware. So when certain shit happens, I'm like, this is a pattern. This is a cycle. This is happening. Why is this happening? Every time I was thankful for a loss, it led to more losses because I was, oh, I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn. Yeah, cool. Learning is cool. But learning doesn't always have to come at the expense of losing. Know that. Learning does not always have to come at the expense of losing. You dig what I'm saying? You can learn from wins. You feel me? But again, when you start to get into a gratitude mentality or a mentality of gratitude that is rooted in being grateful for the things that hurt you or the things that cause problems in your life, guess what you're going to have in your life? Universe don't give a fuck about what you don't know or what you do know. It assumes that you know everything that you utter when you speak. So it's going to give it to you as it's moved, as it's supposed to. Like words have power, words have frequencies, words have vibrations that the universe honors. Universe doesn't give a fuck about a language. Universe gives a fuck about the vibration that that word carried. The vibration is derived from how that word is spelled, defined, and understood. If you understand the word, if you don't understand the word, you can't define it or whatever, you're going to be fucked up by it because the universe is going to reverberate according to what you speak the most. Best example that I use, because I use it frequently, is the fuck boys concept. Women hate fuck boys, somehow keep running into fuck boys because the universe doesn't respond to what you want, it responds to what you speak about the most. So adding on to that, when you add the gratitude to it, gratitude is like fucking, how can I best explain it? It's like the icing and the cherry on top of, you feel me, of a manifestation. You feel me? It helps put that up there. But imagine being grateful for things that are not good for you. You feel me? Because you can justify why it turned out good or whatever the case may be. Don't justify how it turned out good. Express what the fuck it is. That's one of the biggest mind fucks that get us. You feel me? It's like when we hear conversations where people say, well, shit, it's the thought that counts. This is not for my benefit. What you got me was not for my benefit. It was for your benefit. You dig what I'm saying? That's one of the biggest, like, people get you something, they be like, yo, it's the thought that counts when they realize you don't like it because you realize this ain't for my benefit. Why do I got to thank you for it? Why should I be thankful? Then you become rude. But the reality is that they did it for their benefit. You should be thankful. Like the person who's given the gift and wants somebody to be thankful is the person who really needs to be thankful. You feel what I'm saying? They're trying to practice thankfulness. I'm thankful that what you're receiving is a benefit from me, whether I know that it's a benefit or not. And if you show that it's not a benefit, then it's something, no, you did not see what was a benefit for me. So when I talk about how, you connect with people and different things like that, and, the thought that counts, did you really think about it? That's what go like, why do I have to be thankful for something that a motherfucker didn't think about because it offered me no benefit? You feel me? People have been programmed so, and it's crazy because please and thank you is polite or whatever the case may be. I'm all for that. I'm all for politeness. But thanking somebody, giving thanks to something that was no benefit to you, what do you think that does for you? It allows you to be open to so many different things that will not benefit you, but still carry the same appreciation as if it was beneficial to you. So even something that is detrimental to you is like, thank you anyway. No, but thank you. It's like, no, no, like I'm saying no because this does not serve me any benefit. So why am I giving you thanks afterwards? See how this English language is so fucking delusional and tricky sometimes? You feel me? We be like, no, thank you. Because thanks is polite. But now let's look at it from this perspective. If I say no, I'm saying no because I'm acknowledging it doesn't benefit me. To be thankful is to be conscious of a benefit received. I'm telling you no because there's no benefit to me, but I'm thanking you for the benefit that I received. You see the mind fuck? The universe don't give a fuck about whether you know that that's a mind fuck or not. It's a double negative. Cancels the fuck out. No, thank you. I'm saying no because this doesn't benefit me. But I'm telling you, I'm thanking you because I received the benefit from you. What was the benefit? The offer? You feel me? If the benefit was the offer, then why didn't you say yes? You said no because you seen from the offer that there was no benefit. So why are you thanking this person? I'm not saying in no way, shape, or form, don't tell the motherfucker thank you. Because a lot of shit is rewritten and programmed within us. But I'm giving you the game to understand why certain shit is the way it is and why certain confusions happen. Because now, like I said, tying it back into slavery, think about think about why we pray over food. We give thanks, we say grace, we give thanks. Think about the food that we pray over. That's a mind fuck in its own. You feel me? Again, I'm not saying don't pray over your food. I'm not saying quote unquote don't bless your food. But what do we do? How do we start the prayer? Heavenly Father or Allah, whatever, thank you for this food that's for the nourishment of our mind, body, and soul. That shit don't nourish your mind, body, and soul. The very shit that we are giving thanks for nourishing us is the very shit that causes cancers, the very shit that puts our bodies in acidic states, it's the very shit we show gratitude for what's to our detriment, and we wonder why we can't get out of the shit. Spellbound. Niggas think magic is fucking you need a wand and a dark coat, a cauldron, and a fucking witch hat, and a fucking broom and some shit. No, you just need to not understand words. You need to understand words and speak to a motherfucker who don't. Some of those words are this. So when we look at how different things set up and transformed from the slaves aspect, it was like, yo, thank you. Now look, I'm petty. Y'all know I'm petty sometimes. I'm petty. So uh somebody I was helping somebody do something. All right. When I was in Philly, I was, parking cars or whatever the case may be. But I also used to run the valet gate. I used to run a gate. So if you didn't have the money, it was my discretion to let you out or to let the line stay backed up. You feel me? Lady forgot a ticket. She couldn't pay or whatever the case may be. She couldn't get out. Could have been an asshole and been on some shit like you're not getting out. You feel me? Sorry, y'all reroute the other people to the other lane. Go to the ATM or whatever. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let you out. Now to my religious family, whatever, y'all, it is what it is. So as I let her out, she was like, "Thank you, Jesus." And I said, "My name is Racine." And she was like, "What?" I said, "What?" And then let her go. But it's like my perspective is that you're giving thanks. Give thanks to the right acknowledgement. You feel what I'm saying? My only perspective is, again, I'm like, why you say that to her? Because I was asked that. One of my coworkers, he was like, "Bro, yo, you ain't had to say that to her." I said, "I did, bro. He ain't help her get out the gate." What you mean? What you mean? What I mean? She didn't even have the money when she pulled up. He was supposed to provide that a long time ago, my nigga. He ain't help her get out the gate. I did. The fuck? You feel me? Now, in that regard, I'm tying that into how deep rooted we are as people, to where we give thanks for some shit that sometimes is for our detriment, sometimes has no effect on us at all. But we give it thanks rather than thanking what we're supposed to give thanks for and understanding that we're giving thanks because we're conscious of a benefit that's received. You feel me? We make justifications to absolve ourselves from the shit. So tying that into the situation. So they was like, but nah, could Jesus put you in a situation to be able to help her? Really? I get you. If that's what you want to go with. But still, the fact of the matter is, why not just give her the money? To not have to be in the mercy of a person. You see what I'm saying? Like, certain shit is like, it's a game. It's a game that has been played. And as Black people, we become dependent upon so many things that are for our detriment, but we're thankful for it. We're thankful for it. I use the religion and extreme because I started off talking about slavery, and the two go hand in hand. One doesn't start without the other. You feel me? And we were thankful for that shit. When you hear Black people say slavery was the best thing that happened to us because it brought us closer to God, did it really, or did it take you farther away from it? The sole fact that you think you're closer to God and you're calling it a He rather than calling it a it and acknowledging everything that is in the world that is it, you already divided it. You feel me? So it's like we are appreciative and accepting and deeply rooted in our pain and our trauma solely because we're thankful for it. We're thankful for all the fucked up shit that has happened to us, quote unquote. It brought us closer to God, or it made us better people morally, or it's like, I'm going to get my blessing in heaven. No, what about your heaven on earth? You feel me? What about your heaven on earth? Right? Gratitude runs deeper than that because it runs so much deeper than that because being grateful and being thankful for certain shit is not something you need to be grateful for. To be grateful for anything that was designed to kill you is a problem. Think about it. You become great. People be like, when I be talking to people, we get on the woke shit. We get on the, oh man, manifestation. What's the rule? What's the key to getting it? Be grateful. Have gratitude. You feel me? Oh, I give thanks all the time. Are you giving thanks for the shit that benefits you? Or are you only giving thanks for the shit that is your detriment? Really sit and think with that. Go through of all of the shit in a daily in a day, wherever you give your thanks to, how much of that shit is beneficial for you? Really beneficial for you. Not just you trying to feel good and be appreciative and say, oh, I'm thinking, how much of it is really a benefit to you? You feel me? So now when I tell people shit like the God of your enemy is your devil. When you serve the same God as your enemy, you're devil worshiping, right? But when we're giving thanks to the things that are destroying us, that are to our detriment, what do you think is happening? I know religion is like taboo for a lot of us, but I'm using this conversation because y'all know I like to use extremes. It drives the point home a lot faster. I don't have to give certain examples. Let me give you the farthest extreme ever, and then you like, oh, you feel me? We give thanks for going through oppression. You feel me? So it's like our lives revolve around that shit. The moment you start to give thanks and you become intentional with giving thanks for things that are beneficial to you, you're going to gravitate towards more things that are beneficial to you so you can give the right gratitude. There is no gratitude for anything that is detrimental to you. You feel me? I myself used to be on some shit where I used to be like, yo, I'm grateful for the relationship that I had with the woman who broke my heart. I was grateful for the relationship that I had with the woman who broke my heart. After her, I kept dealing with women that were just like her. Couldn't figure out what the fuck why. Because what I thought was a detriment, I tried to make it a benefit. And by trying to make it a benefit, I was pushed more into it so I can find a beneficial situation out of it. Ain't nothing beneficial come out of that shit with her. I had to reach a point of understanding, like, what good came out of this? What is the benefit that I'm thankful for? What is the benefit that I'm conscious of to make me say I'm thankful for what she did? Like, fuck no. I get it. Motherfuckers like, oh, well, you feel me? You were able to grow and develop, and it led to the podcast where you can help people. It's like, hell, I could have helped y'all motherfuckers without that shit. You feel me? Oh, you helped write the books because they help you. I could have wrote the books without the shit. You feel me? But what it did was the gratitude helps the manifestations keep momentum, right? But are your manifestations beneficial to you? Are they of a benefit? Because when you're showing gratitude to the things that you're not winning with, at least I got this, at least I got this, at least I got this, at least you now go into a space where you become thankful for shit that is not good for you. And by becoming thankful for shit that's not good for you, you tell yourself that bad shit is good for you. Back to the women and fuckboy situation, even to the dudes who keep running into, these hoes that ain't shit. Why they keep doing it? Because you're thankful for this. You're literally thankful for the detriment that they are bringing into your life. And to be thankful, I'm going to keep repeating it because I wanted to drive home. To be thankful is to be conscious of a benefit that you have received. You know how hard it is to see like, this is why we get in situations where motherfuckers be like, I just fell for the potential of a person. It was the potential that was there. The potential is not even really potential. It's you're trying to see what benefit they serve. You see a benefit in this person. They ain't showing you no benefit, but you're thankful of the shit. You're still thankful. Oh, I thank this person for entering in my life. And oh, no, you ain't. No, you ain't. Because now this is why I don't know. I forgot what episode it was when I was talking about appreciate. Appreciate. And how to appreciate something means to make it grow in value, right? When you're truly thankful for something, that means you are conscious of the benefit that you received, right? Then you appreciate that thing. Appreciation is not gratitude. That's what people think appreciation is. They're like, I appreciate you, homie. Do you really? Do you really appreciate your homies? Do you really appreciate your homegirls? Do they get better around you? Or have you been thankful for the detriment that that you two are involved with together? Because we trauma bound it. We're trauma bound, like, so there's not much growth in our dynamic. You feel what I'm saying? But all this ties to the gratitude. Gratitude is that powerful. It's not just saying, oh, thank you for everything. Like, what are you thanking somebody for? It's like, what are you thanking me for? Don't thank me. Like, you ever said thank you to the motherfucker and they was like, it's no problem. You feel me? Low key, I think motherfuckers do that's no problem. That ain't nothing that's gonna benefit you. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like, you feel me? This was I've been missing. Like, when the motherfuckers say thank you for some shit that you got, it's like, yo, I've been trying to get this shit. Like, the fuck? That's real thanks because you are conscious of a benefit that you have received. Now we're going to tie it into a deeper aspect, go down a different rabbit hole, right? If you've never received a benefit before, how can you be thankful? If you've never received anything that that has been beneficial to your life, you feel me? Understand a benefit is something that when you receive it, it enhances the quality of the circumstance. These are the benefits, the perks. These are the things that come with it that make this situation better. How many times have you ever been thankful for something and it actually made you better? Not pacified you, not sedated you, not put you in not calmed you down or redirected or distracted you from some shit that actually made you better. When we look at relationships, some of us are thankful for a motherfucker who distracted us from our pain. Not a motherfucker who made us better, not a motherfucker who actually healed us and shit. You feel me? I remember when this meme got stolen, I made the fucking quote, and I remember when it became a meme and started moving around and shit. Niggas took my whole name off the shit, but I know it was my thought. You can't take away my thoughts, and I'm proud of that. But I was like, because I was, doing some reminiscing on a past relationship and shit. And I was like, and then you realize that they never loved you. They just loved that you loved them. It's like, damn, damn. You feel me? What was what was I thankful for in that situation? There was no benefit. You feel what I'm saying? I was the beneficial one. I was the one that should have been receiving thanks. But I'm giving more thanks than I'm receiving. And I'm giving thanks to a detrimental situation. And by giving thanks to a detrimental situation, what compounded? More detrimental shit. It's like, nigga. It's really like that. It's really like that. Think back to the shit that you were once grateful for, you thank for, and it's like, look at some of the compounded shit that eventually led to bigger shit. Some of the shit that was detrimental for you. At some point, you were grateful for it. Why? Because you were taught to be grateful for it. And then at some point, you become a complicit, a complicit accomplice to the very shit that you're going to be bitching about because you're thankful for it. Thankful for it. It's like, whoa. Being thankful is a powerful sentiment. And it's an often misunderstood sentiment because it's so cliche. It's like humble. Motherfuckers use humble so much, they don't even know that it means to make insignificant. You feel me? They don't even know that it's directly tied to the same root words as humiliation, humiliated. You feel me? They look at humility and think, oh, that's a different word. Nigga, how? Humility, humble, humiliation, all derived from the same shit. But somehow humble and humility are good words. But humiliation means to embarrass. Come on, y'all. Like, that's what I'm saying. When you use something so motherfucking much, tying it back, most humble is most likely tied to a religious person. Oh, be humble. What are you insignificant to? You're creating the image of your divine being and you have to be humble. Think about that. It's almost like principally, it's almost like saying no, thank you. No, by acknowledging this is no benefit to me, but saying thank you for being conscious of the benefit that's received. The fuck? I am insignificant to the image that I'm created in. Really? That's a mind fuck for your ass. But, but, all in all, what does it derive from? You feel me? It derives from the lack of understanding. It derives from the inability to actually understand words. I'm not big on, I mean, I ain't gonna say you have to read the whole dictionary, like you need to understand every word that you speak, every word that comes out of your mouth, you need to know the definition of. Not a synonym, know the exact definition of that word, please. Because you never know what you're saying when you're not saying it, and you never know what you're not saying when you are saying it. You feel what I'm saying? To say thank you. You feel me? And then you have the petty motherfuckers who, if they do a deed for you and you don't say thank you, they be like, you welcome. I didn't give thanks. You feel me? This is not of a benefit to me. This is not a benefit to me. You feel me? Now, I can give you thanks when this benefits me. And that is one of the hardest problems because some people feel like just them being in your presence is enough for you to give them gratitude. Nigga, what? You don't have no benefit to my dynamic. You are not beneficial in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Why the fuck am I giving you thanks? Now, this is one of the reasons why I say it's a mind fuck, circling back into religion. As Black people, every religion has punished us to no end, and we still give it thanks. And we wonder why we can't get out of the circumstances we in. Largely. We're giving thanks for remaining in these circumstances. Because it's like, oh, the hood made me this. The poverty made me that. Living here made me this. All of this. And it's like, yo, we're under the premise that these deities orchestrated all this stuff for us to be here. Like I always tell people, there's two chosen people. There's two chosen people. Black people have accepted the chosen people that are supposed to be subservient. Other people, whoever else follows this shit, they have accepted that they are the chosen people who are supposed to rule and conquer. And we got to give thanks for that. We'll always be at the short end of the stick, but we'll always be right. The God of your enemy is your devil. And when you and your enemy serve the same God, and when you and your enemy serve the same God and y'all thankful for the same shit, what is their benefit is your detriment. It's not hard. You feel me? Saying back to that conversation, I've literally had this conversation with people who said slavery was the best thing that ever happened to black people because it brought us closer to God or whatever. In layman's terms, in another world, not even another world is this world, but in another context, slavery was the best thing that happened to the motherfuckers that enslaved us. You feel me? The sole fact that we process the detriment of ourselves is the best thing that happened to us. While the motherfuckers who really experienced the positive from the best thing that happened, like they don't have the psychological traumas and shit. They ain't got the generational curses and the shit that's passed down that we got. Fuck no. You feel what I'm saying? Back to saying grace when you giving thanks for your food and you praying over your food and shit like that. You feel me? And I'm saying it because I used to be this was my prayer. When I used to pray over my food, I would like, thank you for the food I'm about to receive for the nourishments of my father. Wait a minute. I would like, Heavenly Father, thank you for the what I used to say. Heavenly Father, thank you for the food I'm to receive for the nourishments of my mind, body, and soul. And I was eating the shit that was damaging my mind, body, and soul. Ain't that a bitch? But I'm giving thanks for it. Ignorance ain't bliss, it's evil, my nigga. Because we don't know this shit. As kids, we just, you know what I'm saying? This is what I was talking about in the last episode, one of the last episodes, I was talking about the three phases of life: your childhood, your adulthood, and your elderhood. You feel what I'm saying? Childhood is from birth up until 28, 29 years old. You don't become an adult until you're 30, literally 29, 30 years old. And then you're an adult until you're 56. And then you become an elder after that. You feel me? This is a numerological standpoint. This is an astrological standpoint because you're going to go through your Saturn return thing. We've been being kids forever. We started a lot of the shit when we were kids and we never broke it because they never told us that we got to be more than kids in this shit. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to look at this shit and I'm like, yo, when I started like being in med school, actually studying the body and studying nutrition and all this shit, and it's like, nigga, I was literally giving thanks for what was killing me. A lot of us be giving thanks for what's killing us. We're thankful for the shit. You feel me? Now that I'm like, people be asking me, they're like, why don't you, pray over your food or whatever the case may be anymore? And it's like, my reasoning for it is, I don't have to anymore. I no longer put shit in my body that's going to do me dirty. Now I get the mentality of why we used to do it back in the day. You feel me? It was for our detriment, but it was like, yo, I'm going to put some words of magic over this motherfucker to at least try to offset the fact that this ain't supposed to be in my body. But nobody set the tone for it. Y'all, this is temporary. This is because we have to. So now we're just grateful for the scraps. We're just grateful for shit. And this shit trickles into everything. This shit trickles into everything. Being thankful for shit that is destroying you. You dig what I'm saying? Biden. Perfect example of the shit in real fucking time. I don't have to go all the way back to slavery anymore. Look at real fucking time right now. Oh, you guys were thankful for this nigga. Thankful. Thankful as fuck for a Democratic president. Look what the fuck you got. Detriment. It ain't no mystery. Like this shit been like this since these niggas been presidents and shit. You keep voting them in. You're thankful to be. Oh, I'm thankful that I'm giving gratitude. I'm grateful that I was able to vote because my ancestors they couldn't vote or no shit like that. And look at what it is. Like I would have rather be tied into the ancestors who couldn't vote and tied to the ones who could vote and fucked it up. You're thankful for that shit though. You're thankful for your opportunity to go choose a motherfucker to destroy you. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't never laughed that hard at a podcast before. My dog, listen, hear me well. You're thankful for having the opportunity to choose the motherfucker to destroy you. Ain't that a bitch? Like, just sit with that for a second, yo. We're thankful. We show gratitude for the opportunity to assist them up, to pick the motherfucker who was going to destroy us. This nigga just gave 13.6 billion to 100,000 Ukrainians. That's $136,000 a piece. Nigga, they owe us more than that. Understand that. They owe us more than that. That's why they can't pay us. Motherfuckers are like, why black people can't get reparations? I want y'all to understand something. The reason why we can't get reparations, they owe us way too much. They literally can't print enough money to pay us. Think about it. 100,000 Ukrainians, 13.6 billion. That seems like a lot of money, right? That's 100,000 people. So that's 136,000. Let's say they put it on the perspective of giving us 136,000 per person. You know how many people, how many of us are in this country? Millions. They can't print enough money off like that. Billions are easy to print off because it's easier to wash on the stop. I ain't gonna get into that shit. This is about gratitude and shit. But motherfuckers elected Biden just to be thankful. You feel me? Oh, you feel me? Thank God the black people did this. Like I've heard y'all niggas. I saw y'all niggas. Some of y'all listening to this podcast. I saw some of y'all how grateful you were that Trump was gone and how much gratitude you were thankful, but you did not receive a benefit. And now people are like, why do they keep doing this shit to black people? Because they know black people at the core are going to be thankful for everything that is at their detriment. We're going to find a way to be thankful for it in some way, shape, or form. That's how devastatingly programmed we are. Every religion, every system, every form of oppression, we are thankful. We are thankful to be like, the civil rights movement was able to boom the way it was because of how thankful we were. We were thankful. We just want to be thankful that the white people could stop beating us up. It's at your detriment. So how are you gonna go through that? You feel me? I'm sorry, like that, like certain shit I just can't cross lines with. I know I lose friends, I lose flack for people, you know. I don't care anymore at this point. I don't care. I can't be thankful for anything that is to my detriment. I know what the effects of being thankful for detrimental shit is. You feel me? Case in point, let's look at it from a different perspective. I got so many different angles with this shit, y'all. I'm telling you, right? They tell us go to school, get a good job, whatever the case may be. Some of us were just thankful to be, oh, I got to go to college. Oh, I got to go here. I got to go here, right? Look at the detriment and what it led to you. Couldn't wear your hair the way you wanted to. Can't speak the way you want to. You got to code switch. You got to do so much shit that puts you in an uncompromised position that you spend 8 hours at work. You come home, you're mentally drained and exhausted because of how much you have to pretend to be like, to be grateful for what it is. Oh, at least I get my paycheck. At least I get this, at the cost of your essence, at the cost of your soul, at the cost of who you are, who you're divinely created to be. I'm thankful for this shit. I'm thankful for the opportunity to erase myself. I'm not saying don't go to college. I'm not saying don't work for corporate America. I'm not saying don't have a job, secure the bag, because like I said, everybody can't be entrepreneurs. This is a lifelong thing. This is a journey every day. You go from everybody, I ain't got a boss. Yes, you do. A real entrepreneur is going to let you know that everybody's your boss. The 9-to-5er is like, yo, I only got one boss and shit. I don't want no, everybody's your boss. Everybody you need to make a sale to, everybody you need to become a client, they're your boss because you have to adjust and pivot to how they respond. It's different. So I don't, by no means am I saying like give that shit up, but I'm saying this is what we fought for. We were thankful. Martin Luther King was thankful to have a burning house. All you keep hearing is get into the markets, but do you trade or do you invest? Should you do stocks, forex, crypto, or NFTs? My personal answer is not a single one if you don't know how to read a chart. Without knowing how to read a chart, you end up giving all your money to those who do. Do you know what a candle is? Do you know the pocket of activity? Do you know the difference between market direction and market control? If you answer no at least once, you might want to learn how to read a chart first. Learning how to read a chart will let you know if you should trade or invest and if you should do stocks, forex, crypto, and or NFTs. It will also let you know if this is even for you or not. So visit IamJustSeen.com to learn how to read charts with my Mastering the Market course, ebooks, and webinars today. The world is changing. The question is, will you adapt with it? Integration, oh, we'll be able to go to better schools. We're able to learn with them. And they're like, we're smarter than them. We're intellectually more advanced than they are on every pillar. They told you that several times because they study genetics and they said, we're not going to show that though. We're going to continue to make them think they're the inferior ones. Like nobody sees it odd that from birth, the melanated baby is the fastest at sitting up, at acknowledging, at holding its neck up. Is like it takes other babies a longer time. Talking, walking, we excel in that. Where the fuck do we level out to where we're all the same again? This means that left to other devices, if we were left to our natural devices, nothing else to influence us, nothing, no media, nothing, we should be far ahead of where we are. How do we end up being in the same point to where we even become stagnant in the long run? We're thankful for this shit. We're conscious of a benefit received and we got nowhere. We've gotten slower mentally. We've gotten dumber over the years. Since integration, we've gotten far more dumber. Since integration, we've lost businesses. Since integration, we lost all kind of things that were heavily tied, and we're thankful for it. Police brutality ain't gonna stop. All of this, you're still thankful for the country that is killing you. Your manifestations will always be detrimental to you. The shit you bring into your space and your life will always be of detriment to you because it's the mind fuck. They told you how you should respond, and now be grateful for it. Show some gratitude for the fact that we're allowing you to do X, Y, and Z. That's the problem because most of our gratitude, most of our thanks, most of the thanks that we give to people is rooted in not understanding that there's no benefit here. How many times have you thanked the motherfuckers for some shit that you have no benefit from? If I tell you thank you, it's because you benefit. Like I've observed the benefit there. You feel me? In some way, shape, or form. But I'm not gonna thank you if your entire like everything that you're doing is destroying me. What am I gonna thank you for? You feel me? What am I gonna thank you for? That's stupid. I'm not calling people stupid. I'm saying that idea is stupid, but that is the idea that we sit on. Be thankful for everything. Oh, I'm just thankful for I'm not thankful for everything. I'm not. I'm not. This was a hard reality that I had to come to terms with. I had to realize I can't be thankful for everything because everything isn't for my benefit. Why would I be thankful for that shit? Because I realize the manifestation that it's bringing into my life. If I'm constantly thankful for negative shit, if I'm constantly thankful for shit, and I'm like, oh, a blessing in disguise is going to come out of that. You have to live off of blessings in disguises. Why can't you just live in blessings as they are? Let them show up as they are. They will show up if you were actually a lot more grateful and knew contextually that you were thankful for the right things, showing gratitude towards the right things. This is why I say it's the latitude of life. Because your entire life is shaped by what you're thankful for. Your manifestation, the momentum of your manifestations is established by your gratitude. Motherfuckers be like, yo, why did shit stop for me? You stop being grateful. You stop showing gratitude. Nah, I gave thanks. You stop being grateful for what was benefiting you. You started thanking random shit. I tied that back in to say that that's what the conversation was with the person who, I let them know, like, yo, thank you, Jesus. I wasn't being funny. It was like, yo, you're not giving thanks for the right manifestation to the benefit. You feel me? I just corrected my name. It was like, nah, my name's Racine. My name ain't Jesus. Like, I'm the nigga that helped you. I'm the nigga that gave the benefit. I get it. You want to talk about the cosmic side or whatever the case may be, but then it's like, even still, you got to look at it from the motherfucker sent you with no money. Your car declined. Your car is not working. Where was he at? No funny shit. Sometimes you got to be objective in the approach of what you're saying. You feel me? Universe, they always say you got to be specific in what you tell the universe. What are you thankful for? So now you get put in another situation where what? You're lacking. You're caught off guard. What are you gonna thank? You're gonna keep being thankful to the very thing that is providing detriment rather than benefit. You feel what I'm saying? The shit was bigger than, you know what I'm saying? Me just correcting her. That's not my name. Oh nah, I was just like, no, that's not my name. Bruh, you petty, you wrong. How you do this shit? Nah, because I watch how our people do. Collectively, our people have been given thanks to the detriment of our society, the detriment of our culture. You feel me? Imagine needing to be awarded by somebody like the Oscar shit. Was it the Oscars when Will slapped the bull? Yeah. So the Oscar shit, everybody, oh, they just sent black people back 100 years. We're thankful for the opportunity that, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's no benefit to the Oscars for us. What do we get out of that? Like really sitting there, oh, we got an actor who's acknowledged by white people. What do we get out of that? The fuck? Most of us don't relate to what the Caucasian stories anyway. We have been pushed and infused. Okay, watch these movies or whatever the case may be, because that's all there is there. But we don't fucking affiliate with the like with for example, Eminem. Everybody like gets mad at me when they're like, "Yo, why don't you put him in your top five?" Because he's not top five to me. Nah, yo, you gotta have. I don't have to have shit. You doing that just because he's white? No, you're doing it because he's white. His subject matter, his content, his words. Like, yeah, you can say a whole bunch of shit, and you can literally say a whole bunch of nothing. You feel me? He got some lines. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking that away from him. He got some lines, but he's never had anything that made me say, that motherfucker. Like, he raps fast. He puts a whole bunch of shit together, and it's like he's good at rhyming words. But does that really make him a lyricist? Does that really make him artistry? So because of that, he doesn't go into my top five. So motherfuckers would be like, you know, it's on some just thankful that yo Eminem. If Eminem wouldn't have came into hip hop wouldn't. No, hip hop still would have been exposed the way it was. That's why the nigga was able to come into fucking hip hop, nigga. The fuck, it had already reached the point where it was like he knew there's no other genre of music that I could fit in, but I can fit in this one to stand out because these motherfuckers be grateful to have a white boy in their shit. You feel me? Like, well, why didn't Vanilla Ice go like that? Because Vanilla Ice wasn't with, he wasn't set to be connected to a pioneer in the game. There was like, who backed Ice Baby? Nobody. Dr. Dre backed Eminem. It's different. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like we set these things up so that way it can be. You feel me? Speaking of the music industry, signing record labels, signing record deals. TLC got. Meg the Stallion just got. You feel what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, Jace, like, y'all niggas still signing deals. Still. After all they done stole, for real. After what they done to Arlo and Hill, motherfuckers is thankful to be signed. You feel me? Same motherfuckers that'll win an award, come out on the award and say, I want to thank the record company, I want to thank this. Everybody they giving thanks to is sucking them dry. Of course, except God, they, I want to thank God, my mama and all that shit like that. But look at the record label, my team, my staff. They ain't the same motherfuckers years down the line. You giving thanks to the motherfuckers that are draining you, that are being a detriment to you, because now they didn't even give you the right deal. Now you got a 360 deal. Now you can't. TLC, when they were the highest paying act at the time, and they had no money. It's like, where the fuck y'all money go? You feel me? They were so thankful to be signed, and our mentality is so programmed just to be thankful for the shit. You can't even see the benefit, but you embrace the detriment that is written right fucking there. That detriment keeps cycling through, and that's what you become thankful for. So the universe gives you more detrimental shit to be thankful for. Oh, here goes some more here goes some more detrimental shit, but it's packaged real good. It's a blessing in disguise. So thank you for that. You're like, you stop giving gratitude for the shit that you really don't want in your life. We'll stop putting it in your motherfucking life. How the fuck we supposed to know you don't want it? Like, really think about the shit. How the fuck we supposed to know you don't want it if you always say thank you? Or if you always giving thanks and showing complete gratitude to the shit you say you don't want in your life? Mind fuck. So now you like, damn, why doesn't good shit happen to me? What are you grateful for? The root cause of everything that you're grateful for, when you look at the root of it, is it detrimental for you in the long run? Or does it have some kind of detrimental effect to you? And the shit that is actually beneficial to you, how much do you give gratitude for it? How much how much shit have you benefited from that you say thank you to on a multiple on a regular basis? No, but you compound on shit. I thank you for my trials. I thank you for the tribulations. I thank you for the struggles that I'm going through that's gonna make me stronger. Why the fuck are you uttering those words? As black people, we are stuck in that kind of utterance, that kind of trance, that kind of spell magic that is spellbound to where we're thankful for the stresses, the problems, and the bullshit we go through in our lives. And we wonder why we keep going through the stresses, the problems, and the bullshit in our motherfucking lives. This shit is deep as hell, but it's not that deep. It's simply a matter of understanding the actual definition of a word. Ain't that some shit? Now we wonder why they didn't want us to read and write. Imagine that shit, bro. We're thankful to the very motherfuckers who didn't want us to read and write, didn't want us to eat right, gave us a fucked up religion. Islam is included in the shit too. Ain't no absolving the shit. They gave us all of this bullshit. You dig what I'm saying? All of this bullshit, and we're thankful for it. We wonder why we can't get out of the shit we in. We're thankful for our misery. And motherfuckers love to say misery loves company, and it do. It do. Misery loves throwing parties and inviting motherfuckers over. You feel me? But how much easier is it to be invited to a misery's party when you're thankful for your misery? Like we love to talk about, oh, I can't be around this person. They so toxic, they this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Motherfuckers really be thankful for toxic shit. Fucking toxic experiences in your life. I changed my perspective on that shit. When I think about the heartbreak, I don't give thanks for that heartbreak. Fuck no. Because there was nothing beneficial of that shit. When I think about, I changed my perspective of being raised without a father was like the best. No, it wasn't the best thing that ever happened to me. Good came out of the shit, but it wasn't the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't be thankful for that shit. I can't give thanks for that shit. I can only give thanks for what serves as a benefit, what comes as a benefit for me that I receive. I get it. Well, you got the messages and you got the down. No, no, no. I got those downloads. I got those messages. I got those uncoverings after healing. I'm thankful for the healing from the pain that I caused. I'm not thankful for that fucking pause, that fucking cause of that shit. I'm not. The healing is what I'm thankful for. The addressing of the situation. I'm thankful for that shit because that's what benefited me. Not the actual catalyst. Fuck that. Fuck that. That's no. I'm not thankful for that shit. And a lot of times we be thankful for a catalyst when we be thankful for the catalyst rather than the outcome that the catalyst led to. And that's where the lines can get blurred. That's where it's always a blessing in disguise. It's all the shit. I'm never thankful for nothing that tried to destroy me. I'm grateful and I give my gratitude for everything that helped me benefit from it. You feel me? But nothing that it was the detriment was tied to. That's an illusion. That's an illusion. And you know who convinced us of that shit? Caucasian people, slave masters, the shit, like all of the shit, whether it was sub-Saharans, like all of these motherfuckers that subjugated us. They taught us to be thankful for our fucking oppression, y'all. And we're thankful for our fucking oppression. And the motherfuckers who ain't thankful for the oppression, oh, you a conspiracy theorist. Oh, you gotta be that dude. Anybody trying to hear that shit, Sharif? A motherfucker who is no longer thankful for their fucking oppression is a problem. The woke squad, the motherfuckers these are the motherfuckers who have realized I no longer want to be thankful for my oppression. I can no longer be thankful for my oppression. Do they go extreme and go left and do all? Yeah, because they don't heal. This is why I always say, like, there needs to be a spiritual detox before you transition into different school systems. You feel me? If you was religious, you was Christianity, and you don't want to deal with it anymore, study it first, understand yourself, give yourself a detox, and walk away to something else. Otherwise, you're gonna tie it and make it a belief system. Now we can tie that into the different phases of the mind. You have belief, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Imagine believing, not understanding, but believing and just being thankful. You thankful for everything. I'm not. I'm not. You can't be thankful for everything. You feel me? And we wonder why there's so much confusion in our lives, so much indecision in our lives, because we're thankful for shit that is destroying us too. Just as much as we're thankful for shit that's benefiting us, but we live in a world where nothing really benefits us. Think about that. We're taught, we've heard if you darker, work harder. You know what I'm saying? If you black, you got to work 2 times as hard to get half as much. I was just talking about that shit. Like we're thankful to work 2 times as much to have half as fucking much. 2 times as hard to work half as much. Think about how that shit makes sense. And you wonder why all you can do is go to work, come home, and go to sleep. You wonder why you feel unappreciated. You're thankful for the shit. Feel me? Be specific in what you're thankful for. When you give thanks for the very thing that's giving you the benefit, not the detriment. If you got that good job, don't just give thanks for the good job. Give thanks for the benefit you're receiving from that job, not the bullshit. Because now we in a situation, people are like, oh, you got to take the good with the bad. You got to take the good with the bad, but you do not have to be thankful for the bad. Because the bad continues to multiply just as much as the good. And when bad happens to you more, but you're thankful for all of it, what are you going to get more of? Let's just do a quick hypothetical. Let's say in this number of 10, yeah, 7 bad things, 10 good things. No, 7 bad things, 3 good things. And you're thankful for all of it. Gratitude multiplies the manifestation. The manifestation is already 7 bad things, 3 good things. 7 bad things, 3 good things. 7 bad things, 3 good things. Now you're thankful for everything. What do you think it manifests and multiply to? 70 bad things, 30 good things. What do you think it manifests to? 700 bad things, 300 good things. 7,000. Do you see where I'm going with this shit? To be thankful is a very powerful thing tied to your manifestations. You need to be thankful for the things that bring you a benefit. Because by constantly being thankful for the things that bring you a detriment in a world that is designed to destroy you, we're designed to forget who we are, to not love ourselves, to hate ourselves, to look in the mirror and see the disdain, to no longer want to procreate with ourselves. We're thankful for this shit. Another day. Thank you for another day. What are you thanking the day for? Be specific and see. We do this shit just to pass by. Oh, every day you wake up, you should give thanks for what? Be intentional with what you're giving thanks for. But give thanks for the things that are very beneficial to you, not the shit that's destroying you. I used to be that motherfucker like, yo, I thank you for everything. And you feel me? Even the bad shit, like, thank you. I remember for the longest, I used to pray these words. I used to say, thank you. I give thanks for the heartbreak. I thank you for the heartbreak that you know what I'm saying, that I had to go through, whatever. I didn't thank for the benefit of healing from the heartbreak. I thanked for the heart. I gave thanks for the heartbreak and wonder why it was hard for me to heal from the shit. There's no need to. This is what you're thankful for. So I'm gonna give you all of the memories that make you think of this motherfucker. I'm gonna give you all of the circumstances and experience that make you trigger the thoughts to make you go back to thinking this motherfucker is just like the next motherfucker. I'm gonna keep making you say you thankful for this shit. I don't give a fuck if it's not beneficial to you or not. You're thankful for it. So you're saying that all of this destructive shit is beneficial somehow. Figure it out how to make it beneficial to you. I don't know what to tell you, but this is all I know you keep asking for. You feel me? Motherfuckers scared to adjust that shit. And it ain't even that motherfuckers is really scared to adjust it. They don't know that this is something that you have to address. They don't know that this is what thankfulness is. This is what it means to be thankful. You feel what I'm saying? That's scary. That's scary as fuck. Really sit and think about that shit, yo. That's scary as fuck to know that in the grand scheme of it all, right? In the grand scheme of it all, you have to look at it from a perspective of, hmm, when I'm being thankful, what do I want to, when I create manifestations, what do I want to really manifest in my life? Because that's what I have to be thankful for once it enters my space. This is why masculinity and femininity are both equally important. Because you can't just be thankful for the principle. You have to be thankful for the details too. Specific details that made that principle a reality. It's real, homie. Shit different. Like, you know how powerful it is? Like, sit back and just look at some of the shit that you seen motherfuckers say they thankful for. Look at their life. This is not a shot or saying, you feel me, it's undermined like you think. Like, nah, pay attention to the shit that motherfuckers is thankful for. Pay attention to the shit that repeats in their life. Some motherfuckers be thankful for friends with hidden agendas and shit and wonder why they keep cycling through that type of energy. You feel me? Some motherfuckers be thankful for the job that they got. You feel me? And know that they've outgrown the job and they wonder why they can't find a new one. Why? You're comfortable here. Or if they do find a new one, it's the exact same energy. Same shit. Different toilet. You know why? Because you're grateful for that shit. That's what you're grateful for. That's what you are conscious of the benefit being received, whether there's a benefit or not. So it's like, what are you tied to benefit for? When I learned the true power of manifestation and that you have to be so fucking detailed and specific to get shit, what really set the tone for me to understand the depths of manifestation was when it was time to create master in the market. Of course, one thing has to precede the other. So I had to master the market first. But I told myself I want to master this motherfucking market so much so that I can eyeball the shit. I went through a lot of shit to be able to eyeball this shit. You feel me? A lot of shit to be able to eyeball this shit. But I had to be thankful for that. You feel me? And one thing I can't be, I'm not thankful for are the bad parts of it. The bad parts that led to the mastery, because the bad parts didn't lead to the mastery. The bad parts led to the lesson that helped me sit back to learn. You feel me? And I get it. Sometimes it's like, well, that's the same thing. You could be grateful for that because it is what it led to. Because the bad thing don't always lead to good shit. Sometimes the bad shit lead to bad shit. Then what? You thankful for that shit too? I'm not thankful for the depleted accounts that I had for trying to learn how to do this shit. Why would I be thankful for that shit? Because what's going to happen? I'm going to keep having more depleted accounts. How I know this shit to be true? Because in the process of actually learning to master the market, that's all I can. Yo, I'm thankful that I'm learning these lessons though. I'm losing, but I'm learning. I'm thankful for the losses and I kept losing and learning. I said, wait, can I win and learn? I'm thankful for the wins and the learns that I got. And shit changed. I had a different mastery of it. I can see the negative side of it too, but that's not what I'm thankful for anymore. I'm thankful for seeing the positive side because all I'm able to see is the negative side. That's what's going to keep happening. You feel me? The biggest mind fuck ever is how black people are treated. Like everybody, like, yo, why are black people treated? Cause we're thankful for the shit. They created a system that they giving us whatever it is that they giving us, some kind of fucking mind warp to where we're thankful for our oppression. You know how bold you got to be as a motherfucker to send an email out, to peace court workers. Peace. Peace, my nigga. You sending an email to Peace Corps workers saying that you might run into some racial slurs, might be called the N-word, see some shit in blackface from Ukrainians, but be grateful for this opportunity. Nigga, you deserve every racial slur they hurl at you. Because now when, like I said, you get locked into certain shit. Because I get it. Some motherfuckers is, I'm in the Peace Corps so I can pay off these student loans if I work a certain amount of time. So you got an obligation you fulfill. Some of y'all are stuck in that shit because you can't go nowhere, because you're grateful for the opportunity that was presented. You feel me? Because it was like, okay, it's gonna pay for the loans and shit. But now you got a detrimental side to it that you still have to be grateful for and thankful for. It's like, oh well, you signed up for this. You got to take what comes with it. I wish a motherfucking Ukrainian would call me a nigga. I wish they even would get that. They're not even getting the in out. I'm decking they shit. I'm decking they shit. On my mama and them. I'm decking they shit. You're not even gonna get the whole. You're not even gonna fix your face. If your eyes look like you squint too hard, like you about to say nigga, you ain't even getting the in out. You know how like letters are spelled? I don't think anybody ever spelled letters, but like the letter N is spelled either E-N or I-N, right? Technically. Before you get that E or the I out, motherfucker, you're not even gonna get to the N part. It's just bow. writing your shit. Wish you would. But this is the peace corpse. They're not even trying to maintain peace for you as you're going to go do some peaceful shit from other motherfuckers. Ain't that some shit? But you thankful for it. We're thankful. And this is the shit I'm talking about. They created a realm where everything black people have been stripped from everything except gratitude. So like we're gonna take everything from you now. We're gonna give thanks for the resources we allow you to have. You dig what I'm saying? Give thanks for the resources that we allow you to have. And look at the resources we have. Nothing. All us blacks got is sports and entertainment. This is why niggas can get canceled. This is why I don't get cancel culture. Because they're like, how does somebody get canceled? You can only cancel an entertainer. Bitch, I don't entertain y'all. I gotta cancel you. Bitch, you can't cancel shit around these parts because you can only cancel entertainment because that's what we give you. You feel me? You sing, you rap, you dance, you fight, you run, you jump. You feel me? Nothing else. And we want to put you in a situation where you'll be thankful just to have us in your corner. Forget whatever shit we got with us, because when when the horse ain't running no more, we put him down and make glue out the motherfucker. Like, you feel me? What do we have? And you gotta always be in a space where we'll strip away your ability to entertain us. You thankful for that shit? That's too much power. It's too much power to be thankful for. Think about that, yo. Motherfuckers be thankful for a good job they can be taken away from 'em. Again, this ain't to say you gotta be an entrepreneur or shit like that, but you need at least something else. If you don't own shit and shit's taken away from you, you fucked. You fucked. You feel me? One of the biggest things, this is a complete tangent, but one of the biggest things that we're grateful for is convenience. Not realizing that convenience is just a euphemism for lazy. Capitalism, as I always say, works because motherfuckers is ignorant and lazy. So the convenience provided between being ignorant and lazy is what a lot of motherfuckers are thankful for. You feel me? I give thanks for the shit that continually makes me lazy and ignorant. I'm grateful for that shit. Cause there's a lot of underlying things. That's why you got to know the depths of how motherfuckers think, how motherfuckers use certain tactics upon you. They created the language. They give you the language to use how they need it to be used. So it's like, yo, we're gonna create this out of convenience for you. You no longer have to think about it. You no longer have to do. You just buy. Oh, I'm so grateful for this. I ain't got it. We're like, yo, do you know how the system works? I know. I get it. I'm a consumer too. I'm a consumer. I buy shit, but a high percentage of a lot of the shit that I buy, I can produce, which gives me an ability to see the benefit before I even need to be thankful for it. Because I don't have to, waste my time putting energy into it. And by produce, of course, I mean like I can produce it. I just have not. You know what I'm saying? Like understanding, for example, a laptop. You feel me? I have certain brands that I will only buy simply because I understand the production of that laptop. I understand what that laptop does and what it needs and stuff. Can I produce a laptop? Probably not right now, like in real time. But I understand what goes into a laptop as far as that aspect. So I can make a judgment call as to what I really need. You know how many motherfuckers don't know how to do that shit? Shit has been given to them out of such convenience that it's like, yo, I know motherfuckers who don't know how to work their phone outside of a camera. You just know how to take pictures with your shit. Well, I don't know how to do it worse. Then why are you buying a phone that much? Why are you spending so much in getting all of these different resources and tech and pieces that come into this phone and you're not going to utilize them? The fuck is the purpose in that shit? You feel me? But again, a lot of us we become grateful. Gratitude is crazy because of the way something benefits us. And some shit don't even benefit us as much as it just provided convenience. Just because something provided convenience doesn't mean it's of a benefit to you. Get that clear. Get that clear. A convenience is not a benefit. It's a convenience. You dig what I'm saying? Fast food is convenient as shit. It doesn't keep you out of the hospital. In fact, it sends you faster. You can give thanks for the food that you're about to eat, that you're about to receive for the nourishment of your mind, body, and soul, and still end up in the motherfucking hospital. Doctor's gonna tell you, yo, change your diet. Doesn't matter, like the fuck. All of the shit is designed to keep me in this bitch, and you know that just as well as I do. But I'm gonna be grateful that I got a doctor that will see me when I'm sick. I'm thankful for the doctor who will see me when I'm sick. Ask yourself when you ever heal. You're grateful for the doctor who will see you when you sick. Now I get it. I could be reaching. Oh, here we go. This woke nigga with the conspiracy theories and all of this other shit. Hey, art imitates reality, and reality imitates art. No, art imitates reality, and reality predicates art. So when you're looking at so many different coincidences and parallelisms and shit, like, hmm, hmm. Think about, all right, I'm gonna try to wrap up with this and shit. Think about parenting. A lot of motherfuckers are grateful for their parents. I'm by no means telling you not to be grateful for them. But this goes back to that 70-30 that I was talking about. How much more how much more detriment was experienced than benefit from the parenting? Feel me? It's not a shot at your parents. It's not a shot at anything, but put it on paper and look at it from a perspective of, you feel me? Would you would you feel comfortable raising a child the way that you were raised? Right. Some of us have already decided not to. Oh, I'm not gonna beat my kids. My kids gonna eat a certain way. I'm homeschool my kid. We have changed certain dynamics that we don't want to deal with anymore. But it's like that's a part of parent. But we're grateful for the parent, not necessarily the benefit that the parenting gave us, but the overall experience. We can't differentiate. I'm not grateful for my ass whoopings. I came to terms with that shit when I got into med school. One of my homies, his girl and shit, I had made a comment about kids getting whooped or whatever. She was like, "Your mama beat you in the med school." No, the fuck she didn't. My mama and whoopings ain't get me in the fucking med school, nigga. My thoughts got me into med school. My study, my work ethic, my acumen, it got me into fucking med school. Not me getting beat. The fuck? That ain't had nothing to do with shit. But that's something that we say. You feel me? Tyler Perry got a thing where the woman was talking about she raised a son, singles. Like this whole script, I don't even think people paid attention to the depths of the script. But in the whole script or whatever the case may be, the mama, she was beating the son. She talked about how she whooped him and shit, and how she, she's like, and because I whooped him, he went to Penn State instead of the state pen. But everybody in the audience cheer, you go, girl. But he was a womanizer. You feel me? He was cheating on his wife, had another baby on the side, or whatever the case may be. Did it really work? You can't pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when we look at being, grateful for shit like that, it's like, what does that do? That means that none of my, wow. That means that anything that I succeed in is because of trauma. I'm grateful for the trauma in my life because that's what makes me. I was like, with or without my mama whooping me, I probably would have got into med school because it's my mind that got me there. You feel me? She didn't beat me into med school. The fuck kind of shit is that? Who says shit like that? Stupid motherfuckers. But a lot of us are in that space. I got a whooping and I turned out fine. No, you didn't, dumbass. You're not fine. And you don't know that you're not fine until you start raising children the same way that you were raised. And you can't figure it out. Motherfuckers be like, well, as they say, your kid's gonna treat you the way you treated your parents is because your parenting style is the same as your parents. So you create the same fucking child. It's not hard. But you're grateful for that experience. You're grateful for the full dynamic. You're not saying, I'm grateful that as my mom parented me, she gave me books and fed me these things and, it made way for that. That's what I'm grateful for. I'll never be grateful for getting my ass whooped. I'd never be grateful for getting my ass whooped. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because when I look at the whoopings and shit that I got, you feel me? To be grateful for that shit means I had to do the shit again. I will manifest something that's like, I'm gonna get a whooping. So I'm grateful for whoopings. No, I'm not. I'm not grateful for whoopings. When I stopped being like, I didn't even know this was the time because I had not registered this as a kid. But when I stopped being grateful for that shit, low key, I stopped getting whoopings. I was no longer about to be grateful for getting my ass whooped. I wouldn't let a motherfucker on the street just whoop my ass and be like, yo, man, I'm getting in this fight. You feel me? I got beat the fuck up and it mean I got hands and shit. I'm grateful for that fight. I'm grateful for that L I took. Fuck no. Fuck no. I'm not grateful for no ass whoopings. You feel me? But this is what I'm saying. You got to be intentional with what you're grateful for because gratitude is that powerful with your manifestations. Gratitude enhances and magnifies your manifestations. But what are you grateful for? Are you grateful for the totality of the thing, or are you grateful and are you giving thanks? Is your gratitude extended to giving thanks for the sole fact that you are conscious of the benefit that you have received? And don't forget to check out Cafe Clothing, formerly Just Scenes merch. Get all of your intricate designs crafted specifically for the melanated being to develop a positive imagery within self and to have a little bit of fun in the process. From the peace, love, knowledge, and freedom to the dead horses and water designs, all of the styles are crafted for the imagery to make you feel as you're supposed to feel. Because as I always say, the best way to fit in is to stand out. And what better way to stand out than with your exclusive styles from Cafe Clothing. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. I know rabbit holes. I do this shit. I just go down these motherfuckers, but it's like I just like offering perspective. You know what I'm saying? I just like offering an alternate perspective because so many of us think the fucking same. You feel me? I'm big on the conscious community. I'm big on this esoteric shit where motherfuckers, oh, manifest this, manifest that. But it's like, oh, you gotta be grateful, you gotta show gratitude. But how many motherfuckers is really breaking down fucking gratitude and thanks? Are you thankful for the shit? I'm thankful for everything that benefits me. I'm not thankful for nothing that destroys me anymore. I stopped because I realized how much shit I got locked into because I was thankful for some detrimental shit and how much shit I fucked up and tarnished because I had not been thankful for enough beneficial shit. Self-sabotage is real. Some of us self-sabotage shit because we grateful for shit that destroyed us. You wonder why you feel like you don't deserve it? Because you're grateful for the shit that has been destroying you. So when good shit, you're grateful for bad shit. So when good shit comes into you, you're not, no, I don't deserve this. That's why you wait for the shoe to drop when you receive good shit. That's literally why you wait for the shoe to drop when you receive good shit because you're in your mind, it's like, you feel me? I'm so used to getting bad shit that I'm grateful for. That now this good shit comes in. I'm trying to be grateful for it, but something bad has to happen for me to really appreciate it. We so fucking spellbound, dog. This shit ain't heating funny. I'm only chuckling because it's not funny. Like I know oxymoron shit. But yeah, gratitude. I didn't know this episode was gonna go this way. I ain't even gonna hold you. I thought I was gonna be talking about being grateful for shit. But when you know the words and you know it's certain scenarios, we gotta look at the alternate perspective of the shit. How many of us are grateful for nothing? And we want abundance. You're grateful to have nothing. Like some motherfuckers is grateful. Like that's why it's like when they create the situations of poverty, saying all these things and you could make it out and you're just grateful that you made it out, your life stops after that. If you're only grateful for making it out. You feel what I'm saying? You can't limit yourself. You know what I'm saying? Gratitude is powerful. Giving thanks is powerful, but you got to acknowledge that to be thankful is to be conscious of a benefit that you received. We're too thankful for things that, you feel me? Little subtle shit. You go get you some food, a motherfucker fuck up your order. Before you leave out of the store, you say thank you. And you get in the car, your whole order fucked up. Now you got to go back in there wilding. For what? You just gave them the benefit. You just gave them the nod that you were conscious of the benefit that you received. Why are you going back in there? Why are you going back in there? You feel me? Gratitude is not as linear and it's not always peaches and cream as motherfuckers try to make it. You feel me? That's why the thought that counts is what makes it not count. You're not gonna tell me how to be grateful for the shit that you know what I'm saying? It's no benefit to me. Oh, it's the thought that counts. Did you think, motherfucker? Now y'all see why I be so harsh with that shit. Why I say, did you think about the shit? Realistically. I don't get what you know what I'm saying. You thought about how you could benefit from what you just gave me or what you just did for me. Not how I'm gonna benefit from it. That's why when I come out and say I don't like it, I'm wrong. Mm-mm. You're wrong because you did it for your own benefit. I know people right now who will brag about, I help this person, I help this person. What you help them for? For your own benefit. And they didn't, you helped them for your own benefit and you got no benefit from it. It's your fault. It's your fault because your gratitude is based off of, you know, how well you can just be thankful for some shit without understanding whether you're being thankful for the detriment or the benefit. So many of us we're so wired to the detriment of shit that we just, I'm gonna assert my will over you. I'm gonna insert like no, nigga. I'm not gonna thank you for that. You got me fucked up. If I'm gonna give thanks for something, it's because it benefited me. I know. I don't care if that sounds harsh. I don't care if that sounds cold or that sounds wrong. I've experienced enough of life to know that I've given enough thanks for shit that served me no purpose, yo. Served me no purpose. Cause then you can't heal when you thankful for the shit, yo. Talking about like when I was talking about the whoopings and shit, like, yo, I had to realize I'm not thankful for those whoopings. Help me heal from the trauma that I was given from them shits, yo. The fuck? That shit different. That shit different. But when you start to become thankful for what benefits you and shit, now you can start bringing more things into your life that benefits. Tying it back to the 70 and 30, like if you're just grateful for the shit overall and you got 70% of things negative, 30% positive, you're going to magnify by just the law of averages more shit that's going to be negative. But let's say you trim off the negative shit. I'm only thankful for the shit that benefits me in my life. That's the shit that you're going to see the most of. You feel me? I'm thankful for my capacity to be a fluent reader, so I'm going to get more books to read more. You feel me? I'm not just thankful that when we once couldn't read or write, now we can. Some motherfuckers are comfortable with just being thankful for that. You feel me? So just the idea of being able to read and write when people couldn't read and write is enough to make a motherfucker feel good. I'm thankful for that. I'm not thankful for that shit. I'm not thankful for the shit that's detrimental to me. I'm not thankful for the shit that destroyed me. I'm not thankful for the shit that broke me. I'm very thankful for the shit that I've healed from. I'm very thankful for the shit that I've developed and grew that benefited me, yo. There's shit right now that I still deal with that, traumatized me as a kid that still has no benefit now. What the fuck am I gonna give thanks for? You feel me? It's like I was saying, times when I used to pray, now I do my meditations and shit and I go into a different space. But when I give thanks for only what's beneficial. I don't do generic shit. Thank you for waking me up another day. That's simple. That's cliche. That's just like, no, I don't want to hear like I'm gonna give you the exact thanks for what you did that benefited me. And that's okay to do. That's okay to do. I don't think people realize that. People think because we serve deities or whatever the case may be, we can only like the whole fact of the mind fuck that, I don't know how Islam people do it, but I know with Christians is God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. That's a facade. That's a facade. Because now when you do give thanks, it's like all the time. Anything that's bad, you still see it as good. You programmed yourself to see anything bad as a good situation, no matter how fucked up you are in it. That's your own fault. That's your own misery. You're creating your own misery. And you living in your own misery. All because you're grateful for it. Yuck. It's disgusting. But it comes from a perspective of not truly understanding this shit. Simple words, man. Thank you. It's a simple fucking term, but it's only supposed to be given when you have a benefit for a situation. Like even saying no thank you. Oh, it's polite. Please and thank you goes a long way. Please is a form of begging. Thank you is to only be for a benefit. So if I'm gonna ask you for something and it's not benefiting me, you feel me? I'm gonna say please for that shit. That's a form of begging. Like that's a different conversation. But the main conversation that we have right now is off of thanks and gratitude. You feel me? This shit's real. And you can tell when a motherfucker really is, and you can tell, I'm gonna end it with this. You can tell when a motherfucker is really thanking you. Or when you really giving thanks for some shit because it hits so hard. Like you can hear it from the depths of their soul. They be like, thank you. It's a benefit. They're responding to the benefit rather than the cliche shit. You feel me? You get a receipt at the store. Thank you. Have a nice day. So obvious. There's no benefit there. There's no true benefit there. What benefit do we have that I just spent money to get something that I needed? Why am I thanking you as a cashier for handing me a receipt and my change? I'm thanking you for doing what that's not a benefit. Like that, like giving me my change and giving me my what's mine, that doesn't benefit me. Like that doesn't benefit me in any way, shape, or form. But we get so wrapped up in it's the thought that counts. It's called being polite. That's the problem. Everybody want to be polite and don't nobody want to be real. You feel me? I'm not thanking anybody who does not benefit me. And off the same token, because I know how y'all motherfuckers get, I'm not looking to receive thanks if I'm not of a benefit to you. When motherfuckers tell me thank you, like if I finish a session with somebody or, you know what I'm saying, they're like, yo, thank you, Scene. I needed that. I knew for a fact I gave you the benefit. I didn't just give you, I gave you a benefit. So when you say thank you, I appreciate that. You're very welcome to that. You feel me? You're very welcome in that regard. When I give somebody something and I give it for the benefit, which I do, they say thank you. I respond with you're welcome. What I mean by you're welcome to the benefit I have given you. That sets around because when people say shit like, yo, you're more than welcome to blah, 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 it sounds good. I'm going to give you a extra dose of response to your thank you. But what you're really saying is you're beyond welcome to this benefit that I gave you. This benefit. Don't think you entitled to getting anything else outside of what I gave you that you thanked me for, that I told you you're welcome to. You're welcome to the benefit that I have provided, that I've given to you, that you thanked me for. That's it. Don't think you're going to get extra shit just because you decided to say thank you. No, only with the benefit. Because the very next thing that I provide to you, it may not be to your benefit. It could be to your detriment. You're not going to say thank you for that. And I'm not going to give you anything that's going to be detrimental to you. You feel what I'm saying? So you're welcome it's like you're welcomed to the benefit that I provided you. Only this benefit that I provided you. You feel what I'm saying? It's powerful as fuck. But I'm going to end it there. Go kiss your babies. Make sure they eat their vegetables. And if we break this mold and start early teaching our kids the whole perspective of real thanks and, alms giving and all of that shit and really giving thanks, you feel me? By being conscious of a benefit received, two things is going to happen. They're going to live a life, one, where they give beneficial shit to people. And two, they're not going to take no fuck shit. And they're not going to say thank you for no fuck shit. You feel me? You could have said thank you for what? It did not benefit me. This now wires are people because people are naturally going to respond how they're responded to. It's just the way the world works. If I'm in a space where I'm always, you know, benefiting people who are telling me, I'm going to gravitate towards people who are going to benefit me. I'm going to gravitate towards situations that are going to benefit me. But if I become grateful for everything, even the bad, you feel me? I take the good with the bad. Teach them to take the good with the bad, but never teach them to be grateful for the bad. Never teach them to be grateful for something that is to their detriment. You feel me? That shit's tragic because there's more things that are going to be detrimental to us in this world than the things that are going to be beneficial. We're in a hungry society. We're in a competitive society. We're in a world where we're in a world where benefit only comes at somebody else's benefit. I can only benefit off you if it benefits me too. You dig what I'm saying? So we're gonna experience far more detriment than we are benefit. But if we're so grateful on the as black people in this shit, we lost ownership. We follow everybody else's shit. We are where we are because of our gratitude. We got to stop being grateful for detrimental shit. Some of us be grateful that something didn't happen to us, but it happened to somebody in the collective. Or that shit didn't happen to me though. So I'm the exception to the rule. Nigga, it's still a fucking rule. Stupid. Any given moment, the rule can apply to you. You feel me? So we gotta teach our babies early. You feel me? Start being thankful for the things that benefit you, which in turn means that in order to teach them this, we have to provide them things that benefit them, which means we have to know our children. We cannot give them things that benefit us because we like how they react to it. No, we have to give them things that benefit them. When they benefit, then our excitement, our appreciation comes from what they do with that benefit. And then teach them to thank us for that. Teach them to thank the world for that. Stop teaching our babies to thank the world for what's destroying them. Because a lot of us are the products of continually believing that we should be thankful for the shit that destroys us. And we wonder why we fucked up in relationships and circumstances, just in life as a whole. And it's hard to get through certain shit because we're so rooted in gratitude for everything when we should only be rooted in gratitude and thankfulness for what benefits us. So I'm gonna end it there. This one's pretty controversial and shit. So if you have anything to say about it, you feel me, you can leave a voicemail on my my podcast website. Um, any topics or anything like that. Will I respond? Probably not. I'll let y'all vent though. Y'all need to vent. Yeah, so go kiss your babies. Make sure they eat their vegetables. And I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Peace, love, knowledge, and freedom. I'm out.